everybody to Wednesday Night Yin. Everybody here in the studio is on their back. So that's where you're gonna come. If you're watching at home, I made it a little brighter so hopefully you can see. Right, lay on your back, take a few moments just to arrive. We're doing yin tonight, so you don't need to control your breath. But you don't want to observe your breath. Let it guide you to your mat, ground you to your mat. Fully focused on your mat and your practice. You can be fully present to your mat, your practice. We want to allow ourselves. It's time to arrive. Time to settle in. Bring our focus within. We can turn off the rest of the world, right? So we can turn on the yoga. We get in touch with our body and our breath. When you're ready to start moving here, right? You're going to take your knees, hook them into your chest. We're going to bring ourselves up to easy sit. If you can just rock straight up, go for it, right? Come to easy sit. If you need to roll to the side and then come up, you can do that. But we're in this crisscross position. Doesn't matter which leg you have in front at first, right? We're going to do both. And then from here, I just want you to take your hands up to the sky and lengthen out your spine. So reach you down. Now we're going to side bend to the left, right? We're side bending to the left because we want to be able to have our right arm free. We're going to move our right arm. So you're going to drop your left hand down just by your hip, right? And take that right hand, reach it up and over. So reaching your right fingertips towards the left wall. And as you inhale, legs here, bring it all back up. As we exhale, we're going to go the other way. Drop your left hand, reach your right hand, or drop your right hand, reach your left hand up and over. Take a couple breaths right here. Now bring it back up. We're going to go back to the left. So drop your left hand, reach your right hand. Now from here, you're going to take your right hand, bring it up, right? Start to open it up and just sweep it back behind you so that your right palm is opening towards the right wall and your right fingertips are going towards the back of the room. And then take your left hand, bring it over here so your left hand's on the outside of your right knee. Now, just take your right hand, reach it up. It's going to reach straight over your left shoulder. Now you're going to stay twisting to the right. Just reach that right hand over the left shoulder. I'm going to look underneath your right armpit. And then you're going to take that right hand around, open it all the way back up. All right, so we're going to do that twice more. You're lifting the right hand up, reaching it over your right shoulder, so just your arms moving, right? Try to keep your torso twisted open to the right. And then take that right hand, sweep it all the way over. Do that one more time here. Lift that right arm up. And then sweep it open. Now this time when you sweep open, just let that right hand drop down to the ground, back behind you. You heel open with that right shoulder. Keep your gaze going over the right shoulder. Hopefully you got a little deeper into the twist with that arm movement. Just gonna hold here for 5 more breaths. Untwist here, take your arms back up overhead. And now we're going to do all that going the other way. So we're going to drop our right hand, reach to the left. Or drop your, reach with your left hand, that's what I want to say. It's throwing me off going the opposite way. All right, we're going to move the left hand. So now we're going to sweep that left hand all the way open, right? So your left fingertips reach towards the back of the room, your left palm is open towards the left wall. And then take that left hand, reach it over your right shoulder, right? Keep your torso turned to the left as much as you can. And just move that left arm. Sweep it back. All the way. Reach it over. Sweep all the way back. Reach it over. And now one more time, you're going to sweep it all the way open. One right over your hand. Take that right hand, move it outside your left knee. Now you're all the way open in the twist. Drop that left hand down and look over the left shoulder. Hold this twist for 5 breaths. Now untwist, come back around, take your arms up overhead, palms towards the front of the room, and then just drop your hands down in front of your shins and walk it as far forward as you can. 4 more breaths here. Just walking as far forward as you can, keeping those hips on the ground. Back up. Now I want you to switch legs, right? Bring your other leg in front, your more awkward leg. Now we're not going to spend as much time here with this awkward leg in front. We're going to do these next couple things with the awkward leg in front. We're going to start with some seated cat-cows, right? So you're going to bring your hands to your knees. Pull back against your knees. Let your elbows bend. Push your chest forward and take your chin up to the sky. That's our seated cow. And then as we exhale, we're going to go to that seated cat. So push into your knees. Let your elbows go out to the sides. Tuck your chin to your chest, round your back. Right, and just go back and forth between the two a couple times. Right? So this is yin, so you don't have to necessarily move right with your breath. Right? But find a little rhythm with your body. However fast or how slow you're going. Let your breath just going to do what it wants to do. And that will allow your body to find its own rhythm. It will notice your breath for you. It will tell you how fast or slow to go, your body. Take a couple more rounds. Eventually, next time you finish up with your seated cat, just going to come up, unwind your hands, take them up to the sky. Turn your palms towards me and drop those hands down in front of you and then walk it forward. Same thing here, right? You're just trying to walk your hands as far forward as you can, keeping those hips on the ground. Probably feels a little tighter on this side. Awkward side, the side your body didn't actually want to go to. Sorry, that's how we're doing this. Give me a chance to even out. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And then slowly bring it all the way up. Now, as we come up here, at first we're just going to unwind our legs, right? So put your feet on the ground. Take your hands back behind you, right? And you're going to lean back a little bit. Lean back into your hands, right? Your feet are on the ground. Now, you're just going to pull your shoulder blades together. Push your chest up, look up. Right? So it looks like this. Just hold for 2 more breaths. And then bring your chin to your chest. Kind of hunch your shoulders forward. Push your forehead toward your knees. You're not going to get there, right? And then once you're there, once you're like curled up as much as you can without moving your hands or your feet, go back to where you were. Lift your chin off your chest. Take your shoulder blades, pull them together behind your back. Point that chest back up towards the ceiling. You can go a little bit further this time. From here, just take your hands, hug them around your shins, right? Bring your feet together, bring your knees together as much as you can. Tuck your chin to your chest, drive your forehead toward your knees right there. Now from here, we're going to lay all the way down, on our back, right? I'm gonna come around and turn sideways so you guys can see me. You guys stay where you are on the mat, right? And just lay all the way down on your mat with your knees pulled up, or your knees up to the sky, feet on the ground. There we go. All right, now from here, take your left leg, extend it long, right? Let your left heel come to the ground, and just take your right knee, hug it into your chest, like this. And we're just gonna give that right knee a little stir with the pop, right? You're gonna bring that knee towards the inside of your body, push it away from you towards your left foot, bring it to the other outside of your body, and then pull it back in. So you're just circling around with that knee. That's all we're trying to do here, get into the hip joint a little bit. 3 or 4 more times this direction. And then pause. Now let's go the other way, right? Take it towards the outside of your body first. Then push it towards your left foot. Brings the inside of your body. To get back in. All right, now come to a stop here. Okay. Now, you're just going to let your left hand come down to your left hip. You're going to take your right hand to the inside of your right knee and just push that right knee open, right? So letting the right foot come against your left inner thigh. Keep your right hand pushing that knee open if you want, or you can just release. You could take your arms out to a T, keep your left hand on your left hip and keep that right hand pushing down. You could take your arms up overhead. It's just whatever feels good, right? The only reason I had you put your left hand on that left hip at first, right? To remind you not to lean way over to the right, not to make that left hip come up. Once you've got it pressed to the ground, is that you can do whatever you want with your hands. You just stay here for another minute or so. Doesn't matter if that right knee is touching the ground. Probably not. If here we go. If you have a block, your right knee's not on the ground and you need a little support for it, maybe you take a block and put it right underneath there. If not, you just take your right hand and press down, or you can just let it hang out if it's comfortable. So you call this fallen tree. It's like you're in your tree pose. You're laying on your back. You should get that hip opening. Obviously, we're not balancing on one foot right now. Now from here, you're going to bring that right knee back into your chest. So hug around it with both hands, really hug it in tight at first. All right, and then this time, you're going to let your right arm go out long, so it's coming straight out of your shoulders. Right? Keeping those right fingertips reaching towards the right side of the room. Keeping that right shoulder anchored to the ground, right? That's important here. You're going to take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and just draw that right knee over to the left side of your body. So my right hip lifted off the mat here, right? But my right shoulder did not. I'm looking over my right shoulder. So get that twist in the low spine. You're getting a little stretch in that right glute. All right, now bring that right knee back to center. Give it one final hug into your chest. And then we're going to switch out. You're going to take your right leg, bring it all the way along. Now take that left knee, hug it in. Right. So we've got that left knee hugged in nice and deep. We're going to start to do those stirs here. We're going to stir the pot. First, go towards the inside of your body with that left knee. Push it away, push it back towards your right foot, bring it to the outside of your body, and then hug it all the way back in. So just circling around here. Your knee is the spoon, and the ceiling of your pot needs to be stirred. More rounds here. Eventually, we're going to go the other direction. Take that knee to the outside of your body. Push it away. Bring it to the inside. Hug it back in. Just circle around that way. A few breaths. Hug it all the way back in. All right, now from here, you're going to take your left arm and extend it. No, don't extend it long. Sorry. Take your right arm. Put your right arm on your right hand, on your right hip. Take your left hand to the inside of your left knee and then push that left knee open. So the sole of your left foot comes toward your right inner thigh. And again, you can keep your hands here on your right hip and on the inside of your left knee. Take your arms out to a T if that feels good. You can take them overhead. You can rest them at your sides. If your left knee seems like it's way high up there, you can see my left knee here. You can always put a little block under there to support it. As we're taking that fallen tree, letting that left hip open up. It's all about the hip opening. Take advantage here. Let your body feel heavy. Let that hip fall open. Everything else is supported. Allowing you to really feel that sensation in the left hip flexor. Don't run away from it, right? Chase the sensation. And then we're going to take it across. And this time, your left arm is going to go out long, take it straight out of your shoulder blade, left fingertips going towards the left side of the room. And then take that right hand to the outside of the left knee. Draw that left knee over to the right side of your body. Keep that left shoulder anchored. Let that left hip lift. Feel that sensation in the left hip. That twist in your low back. I can't go nearly as deep in this twist on the left side as I could on the right side, but it's okay, right? I'm still feeling sensation. I'm still doing the pose. But pay attention, just notice, right? Which side of your body is tighter, which is looser. Build that body awareness. That's what Yin Yoga can do for you. When you're ready here, pull that left knee back up the center. Give it one more hug into your chest. All right, now you're gonna bring the right knee in to join the left. So you're hugging both knees into your chest. And we're gonna rock ourselves up. We're gonna come up to seated again, right? So again, you can take your hands to the crease of your knees, just rock yourself up. If you need to roll to the side, roll to the side. What we're gonna do here is come into a hook line pose at first, right? That means your feet are at the top of your mat, your knees are up to the sky. Sitting up nice and tall. And we're gonna work with the right leg first. So keep your right knee bent, keep your right foot on the ground. Let your left leg extend all the way long. Flex your left foot. Right, so get that right foot to just inside the left thigh. All right, now we did this earlier with both legs, right? Here's what we're gonna do here. As much as you can, you're gonna hug around that right knee. Tuck your chin to your chest and push your forehead toward your right knee. So you're just gonna stay right here. It should be a nice, relaxing pose. If it's not, you can adjust it. You don't have to hug as tight. Maybe you need to move your foot further in or let it go further away. Make it somewhere, make it something that is comfortable. So you can hang out here for a minute or two. From here, you're going to look up. Okay? For right now, I want you to keep that left hand wrapped around your right knee. Just take your right hand, bring it back behind you. Keep your fingertips on the floor, but reach it as far back behind you as you can with your fingertips on the floor. And take a glance over that right shoulder. Just stay here for about 5 breaths. From here, we're going to come back around to the front. I want you now to grab a hold of your strap, right? out your strap, you're going to come right back to where you were. Your left leg's extended, right? Your right foot's on the inside of your left thigh. You're going to take the strap and just put it around the ball of your right foot. Okay, by the ball of the right foot, I'm holding my foot up here, and I mean right along the bridge of your toes. You don't want it here on the arch, right? Because if I'm really doing something and I'm yanking that strap against the arch, so all the muscles and tendons in your foot are in the arch of that foot, and you don't want to be pulling against them, right? If you take the strap to the ball of your feet, you're pulling against bone, and it's a lot better, it's a lot more stable, right? So when we use the strap on the foot, I would like it if you had the strap on the ball of your foot, all right? Now, if you're at home and you don't have a strap, you can use a towel, works the same. If you don't have anything, I'll tell you what to do, right? But you're gonna kick your right leg up to the sky, straighten it out, right? So it's like this, and then you're gonna take both ends of the strap into your left hand, right? Now, if you don't have a strap, right, you're using a towel, or you can take your left hand to the outside of your right foot and then kick your right foot up, right? If you're doing that, maybe you're gonna put a little bend in your knee, that's okay, right? With the strap, it helps you out because you don't have to get so close, right? You can straighten out your leg and still hold on with the strap. So that's why we're using the strap, so we can really get that leg straight. Now, you're gonna come into that twist again, right? So you're gonna take your right hand back behind you. Now, if you need to, keep your fingertips on the ground like we just did. If it feels okay, lift that right hand up and just reach back. I'm gonna come sideways here so you all can see what I'm doing. Here. And I'm taking my right hand back, or I've dropped my right hand to the ground. It's here. Right? Now, I don't want to guess to have too much yang action with that pulling of the foot and reaching the hand back, so we're not going to stay here long. Let's see if you can say a couple more breaths. And then from there, you're going to take your right hand forward, right? And now you're going to grab either end of the strap in either hand, right? So you're here, and then maybe you can kick that right foot a little higher, really press that right heel forward, right? You're trying to get it to touch the mirror. You feel that stretch in your right hamstring here. Just take 3 more breaths here. Last thing, right? You're going to keep the strap in either end of your hand, so you can keep your left heel on the ground. More forward here, so I stay on camera. And then you're just going to let yourself lie all the way down on your back. I didn't quite make it right. I'm still on camera. Now you're kicking your right foot up to the sky. Right now I want you to flex that foot, press your right heel towards the ceiling. Now, angle your right knee just a little bit towards your right armpit. And see if you can pull that leg a little bit closer to you, right? Still holding the straps to either ends of your hands. Okay, change that stretch slightly. Take it more towards the outside of your right leg. Take a few more breaths here. Slightly changing that stretch, making your body feel it in a slightly different way. right knee. Okay, take the strap around your right foot. Let your right foot come back down to the ground. Bring your left foot to join it. Hug both knees back into your chest. Right, and then we're gonna rock it back up to seated. Come back up to your seated position. We're gonna do all that on the left side. All right, so come into that hook line position. Knees up to the sky, feet at the top of your mat. And this time, we're gonna keep that left knee bent, and you're gonna extend your right leg long. Okay. Hug around your left leg. And first, we just tuck the chin to the chest, drive the forehead to the left knee. Slowly come up here. Right. Now we're going to start to twist. So we're not using the strap yet, but have it handy, right? You're going to take your right arm, wrap it around your left knee, and then take your left hand, drop it back behind you. Reach it as far back behind you as you can. So keeping your hand on the ground. Look over your left shoulder. Right, now, come back around here. And now we're going to use our strap. So, take the strap, put it around the ball of your left foot. Okay. And then at first, we put both ends of the strap into the right hand. So remember, you can do this just grabbing the side of your foot with your right hand, or you can do it with a towel if you don't have a strap at home, right? Pick that left foot up, kick it out in front of you. And then you're holding the strap in your right hand, and you take your left arm, open it up. So it's like this. So this is a lot of yang action. Okay, so I'm going to get too caught up in that. But we're going to take many more breaths here. So we get back to our yin. From here, take your left hand, sweep it back around. So now you're going to take either side of the strap in either hand, right? And pushing the left heel towards the front of the room. Holding on. Up tall. So you should already be feeling this in your left hamstring. We're just going to stay here for 5 breaths. Then we're going to take it down to our back like we did on the other side. I want you to notice here what you're feeling as you're holding this for these 5 breaths. See how it changes when you lay down on your back. Just 2 more breaths here. And just slowly let yourself lay all the way down. Onto your back. Really flex that left foot, push your heel up towards the ceiling. So I slip my hands all the way down where my elbows rest on the mat. It doesn't have to be because it's such a yang action. If you don't have a strap, you're going to do the side and say this on the other side. You're just going to wrap your hands wherever you can around that left leg and pull it towards you. You're not too reaching up to your foot, your hands can be around your thigh. You have the strap, so it just makes it easier to get around the ball of that feet and still let your arms relax, still add that tension, that sensation to your left leg. From here, right, just turn your left knee slightly towards your left armpit. Right, so your left toes are going slightly at a diagonal now. Maybe you can pull that leg a little closer, maybe not. Okay. But notice how it changes the stretch just like you should bring it from the center, the meat of the left hamstring, more to the outside of the left hamstring. Just hold here for 5 more breaths. Ready, gently release. And use that left knee, right? And let your left foot come all the way down. Now we're going to release the strap. Right? Now, handy, you want to put that strap on your right side right now in case you want to use it in this next move. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. We'll see. What we're going to do, finish off our last little sequence here. I want you to come onto your back with your knees up to the sky. We're going to come into bridge, but we're going to make it a supported bridge, right? So that's why you have a block, right? Now, if you're at home and you don't have a block, if you have a cushion or something you can put under your hips, do that, a pillow, right? Just get your hips slightly elevated. If you absolutely don't have anything, then instead of coming into a non-supported bridge, just keep your hips on the ground, okay? Now, you're going to take this block, so you're bringing it under your hips so that you're safe from just resting on the block. I put the block at its medium level, just to give myself a little more oomph, right? You can have the block on its lowest level where it's flat. If you have a super flexible back and you really want to increase the flexibility of your back, then maybe you take it to its highest level, right? For most of us, that's not going to be an option, but if it is for you and you want to go there, give yourself that extra sensation. It's fine, right? Now, from here, you're going to take your right leg, pick it up, and bring that right knee into your chest, right? And then hug it in, right? So see how that feels. Now, then maybe you take that left leg and you extend it long. I know my left foot went off camera. My heel's just resting on the mat. You get a little hip flexor opener. If that doesn't feel comfortable to you, you can always keep that left foot on the ground, right? Now, if it's hard for you, I said to keep your strap handy, and I can't reach mine. You can always take the strap, right? Wrap the strap around your right knee, right? And just pull it in like that. Right, do a little extra, right? If it feels okay, just have your hands around your right knee, pulling them in, then you can do that. right, now from here, right, just release that right leg, whether you've got just your hands around the strap, drop that right foot back down to the mat. Now bend the left knee so you're here in that supported bridge, right? And then we're gonna come do the other side. So you're gonna take your left knee, hug it into your chest. Again, you can do it with your hands. You can take the strap around your left knee, use the strap to hug that knee in. Right? If it feels good, take your right leg and extend it all the way. So your right heel's at the mat. Let that right hip flexor open a little bit. If that feels like too much, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Gently release that left leg, let your left foot come to the floor. Bring your right leg to join it. Right, so now we're just here in a regular supported bridge. And I just want you to stay here for the last minute. If you want to, you can make this an extended bridge, right? That's where you extend both legs at the same time. If you do that, you gotta keep your knees and your toes up to the sky. You can't let everything fall open, right? Angle a little bit. I can show you what I mean. I'm here on bridge, right? This is regular bridge. Now, if I have an extended bridge and I take my legs long, I want to keep my toes and my knees up to the sky like I'm doing now. For me, this means I really have to squeeze my glutes and engage everything, and it's really not a yin pose for me, and it's not that comfortable. So what my body wants to do then is let my toes and my knees fall open so it looks more like this, and then I'm comfortable. But that's not what we want here, right? Because we're trying to get into the psoas, which is that muscle that connects the upper and lower body, and we're taking the psoas completely out of the equation. When we let the legs fall open like this, you're getting more out of it if you just keep your knees bent and your feet on the ground, right? So if it's not comfortable to you in extended bridge, you can't stand staying there without letting your knees fall open and your feet fall open, then just come to a regular supported bridge and enjoy it here for the last 30 seconds. From here, right, bend your knees if they weren't already, put your feet back to the ground, and then gently lift your hips. Slide that block out from underneath you, and let your hips float back down to the mat. All right, we're going to finish off here, just a quick twist each way, and then we're going to do our shavasana, right? So you're going to let your knees come all the way into your chest once you're down on your back. Let your arms go out long, like wings in that T position. Drop your knees over to the right as your chin and your gaze go to the left. If you want to make it more by pressing down on your knees with your right hand, then do that. Maybe extend your legs toward your right fingertips, or just stay here. Just take 5 breaths here. Here, pull your knees back up to center, and let your knees go over to the left. Your chin, your gaze to the right. Same thing here. If you want to make it deeper, Press down with that left hand. Or extend your toes towards your right fingertips. Or towards your left fingertips, sorry. Extend them towards your right fingertips. Maybe keep that right shoulder anchored. Now from here, we're gonna pull our knees back up to center. Give one final hug here into your chest. And then we'll set up for our final pose, our Shavasana. So your traditional Shavasana, you lay flat on your back, extend your legs, take your hands to your sides. You don't have to stay there if it's not comfortable to you, right? You have other options. You can bend your knees. Right? You can come back to supported bridge if you want. You can butterfly your legs, let your knees fall open in that bound ankle position. You can roll to your belly or roll to your side. You should be somewhere where you're perfectly comfortable, where you're going to be able to stay perfectly still, where you're going to be able to let your mind go a little bit quiet. If you're here, I'm going to spray your towel. I mean, don't break it. You don't have one, break one, don't worry. It's sea salt, right? Rosemary, and mint, different kinds of citrus. Get to that place where you're allowing your breath to guide you. You're not controlling your breath, just letting it go, letting it do its own thing. But you're paying so much attention to it, that it's driving the bus. You're allowing it to guide you, you're allowing yourself to follow it. And you can master that. Breath will take you right to a place where there's nothing left in your mind but you and your breath. That's your true quest of mind. Start to come back into the room. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Feel that increased sensation that comes with a quiet mind. If you want to here, you can take your arms overhead, do a nice full deep body stretch. Then from there, just roll over onto your right side in a fetal position. Take a couple breaths right there, just to reacclimate to our space. Let the sights, the sounds of the room come back to you. Take as long as you need right here. Then when you're ready, only when you're ready, push yourself up to seated. And we will close here. All right, so let's close with just 2 Bhamari breaths and then an Om. Bhamari breath, we inhale, so we exhale, make that little humming sound in the back of the throat. We'll do 2 of those, and then on our 3rd breath, we'll do the Om. The universe is still using all parts of the throat. You can join me in these breaths, you can just listen. But let's close our eyes here. We'll inhale together. Inhaling again. Then we'll inhale one final time and Let your eyes drift open. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you, all of you, for sharing your energy for practice with me this evening. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. All right. So I will see you guys all on Saturday for some slow flow. Who's here tomorrow morning? Kelly. Kelly will be here tomorrow morning with some cardio and tone. All right, so come join her. Do a little dancing. Otherwise, like I said, I'll see you guys all Saturday. Have a great rest of your week.